me introduce your host, Fino and Sasha, the legit king.
It's the start of the show, time to walk through the smoke. When I enter the ring, I jump over the ropes. I feel like Mysterio, I ain't no joke. Titles, I held them both, call me Chris Jericho. Time to cash in my money in the bank. Just like Sheamus when he beat Roman Reigns. Meet me in the cage, like Undertaker when he met Kane. I don't play games, I'm no Triple H. The crowd screaming, you rock like my name's Dwayne. The crowd screaming, you suck like your Kurt Angle. In the ring, I'm the boss just like Sasha Banks. So you'll get whipped like the intro from Sable. King of my stable, don't matter the label. Smackdown or Raw, you get put through a table. Pushed off a ladder or choked with a cable. Throw me a chair, I'ma give him a facial. It's the start of the show, time to walk through the smoke. When I enter the ring, I jump over the ropes.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the wrestling podcast known as Ring Champs. I am one of your hosts. It's your boy, Just Fino. And of course, I'm here with my co-host, the one and only Sasha, the legit king. Sasha, say what's up to people.
What's up, people?
Sasha, how you doing?
I'm a little under the weather, but I'm okay.
I am sorry to hear that. I really am. It's
plight of parenthood.
Yeah. Hopefully, I don't have to worry about that for a while. We'll see. You never know. Just pop up on somebody. But you know what, Sasha? I got something that might cheer you up.
Not any more games, is it?
Oh, of course it is. I got some games for you that I want to start it off with you. But first, before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 30 of the Ring Champs podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed last episode, because last episode it was kind of like we didn't really have a plan. I think I mentioned that going into the show. We kind of just like freestyled it, and I really loved the style of it. So I'm kind of doing that again for this episode. Good thing is though, there's a lot going on in wrestling, and with that, there's a lot to talk about. So I'm just gonna bring that stuff up. But after we play little games with Sasha, because Sasha loves playing games, as you can tell from the last episode.
Oh, yeah.
So, Sasha.
One of them was pretty fun. I don't remember. Yeah, one of them I enjoyed.
Well, this one, I'm going to bring one of the games back that we did last time. Okay. We're going to do the blind rank.
Oh, man.
But this time,
Okay.
But this time, though, we are doing it with theme songs.
Oh, okay.
All right. So I'm going to tell you the name and the theme song of a particular wrestler, and you're going to rank them. There are 5 of them.
Okay.
Obviously, 1 is the best. 5 is your least favorite. So this is your choice. So you do it however you want. All right.
Okay.
So the first one is "Glorious Domination" by Bobby Roode. Glorious.
Okay.
I
Damn,
will defend.
that did have me in a chokehold in 2016. I'm not gonna lie. I had a Robert Roode. I want to call him Bobby Roode. Shout out to Rusev, but no, I had a Bobby Roode Glorious T-shirt because of that. So I think I have the picture somewhere. Man, I do love that song. I'm gonna put it at 4 to be safe because I feel like you're gonna hit me with some really good ones. I do love that song, but I'm gonna go with 4.
Okay. All right. The next one, SOS by Kofi Kingston.
Damn. During Caribbean Heritage Month, you gonna hit me with that? Damn. I'm gonna go. Man, I really did like that song too. Ugh, maybe I should have put Glorious at 5 and put this at 4. I'm gonna put it at 5. I do love that song, but again, I still feel like got some more left in the tank that I might like better.
Okay. All right. The next one is "Demon in Your Dreams" by Rhea Ripley. So that is Rhea Ripley's current thing.
I'll say 3. I do like that song. I just started to really get into it. I think maybe after they performed it live, I was like, oh, okay, I can get with this. So I'll say 3.
Okay. All right. "I Walk Alone" by Batista.
2.
2? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That wasn't really enthusiastic. What's going on? You're not a fan of it?
If I was able to change it around, it definitely wouldn't have been this high. It's okay, but I don't like it more than Glorious or SOS.
What?
I do
Okay.
not.
Okay.
I do not.
And then number one,
Uh-huh.
"Chambea" by Bad Bunny.
I mean, can we really have that as a
Yes, that was his theme song. It counts.
guess number 1 then? Okay. I thought you were
All
gonna hit me with some like, well, I don't know. Maybe you have another one. I don't know. I don't want to say it and then you got something else going on.
No. That was it for that type of game. I got a different one for you after that. But so your list was Bad Bunny, Chambea, Bad Bunny at 1. You had "I Walk Alone," Batista at 2. You had "Demon in Your Dreams" at 3. Glorious Nomination at 4. And SOS at 5. I'll give you a.
I don't love it.
I give you a B minus.
That's being generous. I don't love it. Like I said, I thought you were gonna hit me with some Metalingus, some
Nah, that would have been too easy.
some Rebel Heart, some what else?
Well, "I Walk Alone" is better than Rebel Heart.
I know you. Wait a minute.
And that's better than Metalingus too.
Whoa.
Batista's theme? "I Walk Alone."
Whoa. My brother.
What?
Are you serious?
I am dead
I Walk
serious.
Alone versus "On This Day I See Clearly."
Oh my god. I don't think you... Let's just say this. You've never seen Xavier Woods perform Metalingus, but you've seen him perform "I Walk Alone." Let's just say that. And he killed it.
Okay, look. Okay. I enjoy Saliva. They have I have a lot of their music is a bop. It's not that I don't like "I Walk Alone," but I wouldn't rank it higher than Metalingus.
I would rank it higher.
Whoa.
I like Metalingus. I really do, but it's not
a great song. It just takes you through so many peaks and valleys. It's like
I agree, but "I Walk Alone" is God tier.
Okay. I got to agree to disagree on this. I also like honorable mention "No More Words." I love Jeff Hardy's theme. There's another one.
I'll be honest with you. You're gonna hate me for this.
I don't even want to hear it. Let's move on.
Well, I got 2 things. I'm glad you brought him up.
Oh no.
I got 2 things about Jeff Hardy. One, I think that song is overrated.
What?
Yeah, I think "No More Words" is overrated.
Oh.
2, your boy needs to stop singing, bro.
Okay, look.
Did you see the TikTok? Or I don't know if he put it on TikTok. I just saw it on TikTok. It might have been on Instagram where he posted it.
I think I know what you're talking about.
But he was singing, and I don't know what the fuck he was singing. It didn't sound good at all.
Look, we're gonna steer this back to theme songs, okay? I quite enjoy "No More Words." Okay, so what's your? I know there's been a lot of fluff online about theme songs, specifically in WWE, and how they're very generic. What are some of your favorites right now?
Well, Rhea Ripley's is awesome. I mean, I love Rhea Ripley's. That is amazing. I love the whole I love the Judgment Day one, the group one.
Yes, I was gonna say that. I love that song too.
I love theirs, and then like I said, Rhea's individual one. I love Finn's individual one. I'm not a big fan of your boy, the Champion right now.
El Campeon. Yeah, I heard he
I'm
did it
not
himself.
Yeah, I'm not. It's not there for me yet, but we'll see. Trying to think who else got one. LA Knights is good. I love Trick Williams. I love Carmelo Hayes.
I love Jade's. I love the guitar.
Yeah, Jade's is good. It reminds Jade had a similar one in AEW.
Yeah.
So I like that one.
I like Bianca's song.
Yeah, I was gonna say
catchy.
Bianca's is I always will love that one.
Yeah,
like
super catchy.
I'm trying to think who else has a really good one. Oh, obviously Jey Uso.
Yeah.
That's a really great one that they did. My Tribal Chiefs has I think that's a legendary one. But yeah, no, there's some good one. I understand the hate going around about some of the themes, but I kind of do understand at least the thought process behind the way they're making them. So one of the cool things is what a lot of people are now liking is like the beginning, how they like say something, or there's like I guess they talk, or they'll say like something, a quote or something.
Yeah, like their
name. The song. Yeah, and I'm fine with that, because if you think about it, like the greatest theme songs always have like an opening riff, and that's how you recognize it. Like The Rock, If You Smell, or Stone Cold, the most famous one with the glass break and the gong for Undertaker, Brock Lesnar's little thing. Like that's part of it. Like that's how the crowd gets hyped automatically, because they know who the fuck it is. So
I mean, I understand that. It's just, I think sometimes like you're saying their names a little like, okay, a little bit too on the nose. It's like, it's not like they were saying Stone Cold Steve Austin. It was like glass break. It was something to set them apart, not just, hey, this is what's coming out. You can't tell.
Well, see, like one, for example, like DIYs.
I don't really like that one.
I like it. It took me a little bit to get used to it. I definitely love the beginning. DI, like they just repeat.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah, they're saying D. I think that's what they're saying. At least that's what they're saying.
We are or something.
Oh, we are. I thought they said DI. Shit. Okay, whatever. Well, we are. Whatever. I like it. It took a while, but I got it.
You can't even tell.
It's okay. Either way, I understand the hate, but people just got to back up, because there's some really good ones in there too. Not everyone has great theme songs. That's just normal. But all the best, I think all the top people have great songs. So
I guess this is something, you know how we feel like the people romanticize the Attitude Era. But that is something that I'll get to them though. Even people that weren't seen as like top people had memorable music. Like, tell me you don't remember the Mean Street Posse's music. Tell me you don't remember that.
Wait, Mean Street Posse's?
Yes.
I'll have to hear it again. I haven't heard it.
Okay. What about?
But like, I know like Val Venus and Godfather, like.
Yeah, like,
you know,
APA and things like that. Like,
yeah.
Like, do you remember their theme
Right
song?
to Censor. Like, I remember. So I do remember those. But yeah, Mean Street Posse, I gotta listen to that again.
Oh my god! As soon as you hear it, you'll be like, oh, okay.
I probably will. It's just been a minute.
Yeah, like my point is like everybody, it was memorable in its own way. Even like a group that didn't last long at all has like probably one of the most memorable themes ever, The Brood. So
yeah,
have, like gems for people that weren't necessarily top at the time. So I don't know. I know people were like, oh man, CFOs, they weren't perfect either, but I thought they had some gems, man.
They did.
Mean, they gave us Glorious Domination. They gave us Shinsuke, AJ Styles.
AJ Styles, yeah, I was gonna say, like AJ Styles is to me legendary too. So
Asuka, Finn Balor, come down. We're doing some work.
Shout out to CFO for
Yeah.
sure. I got to give them some props. All right, I got one more game for you.
Okay.
So you need to. I'm gonna give you 5 names. You need to tell me who does not belong in this group.
Okay.
Okay, you got to figure out what I'm talking about with these 5 names and who does not belong. All right.
Okay.
Here are the 5 names: The Undertaker,
Mm-hmm.
Triple H,
Okay.
Cody Rhodes, John Cena, and Brock Lesnar. Who does not belong?
The Undertaker,
Triple H.
Cody Rhodes,
Uh-huh.
John Cena, Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
Who does not belong? Okay. That's it. That's all I have to go after. I just have to. That's it.
Yep. Who does not belong? And of
Okay.
course, tell me what made you come up with that.
I can't say that.
Now, this is going to be tough,
It is.
but
I can't say that it's not like. Oh wait. Hold on. All right. So The Undertaker, John Cena, Cody Rhodes, Brock Lesnar, and Triple H.
yep.
Wait. Okay, wait. I think I might know this. Okay, wait. Undertaker. Okay, wait. I think I might know it. I'm gonna say The Undertaker because Triple H, John Cena, Cody Rhodes, and Brock Lesnar, you say? All of them have won two Royal Rumbles. Is that it?
No.
Damn it.
Nope. That is not it.
Ugh.
That's a good one. I didn't even think about that. But no, that was not the answer. The answer was John Cena. And it was Roman Reigns' WrestleMania main event.
Oh, I should have known it had something to do with your tribal chief.
I thought the Cody Rhodes might have gave it away, but
no,
yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. You did good in the first one. I give you a B minus. That one you had good thinking, so I'm gonna give you a B for that one.
Hey, I think that thing my guess is right though.
No, your guess is right. I didn't even think about that because Undertaker did win. I believe it was 2007 when he won the Rumble, and he didn't win it again. So yeah, that is actually a pretty good one. I didn't even think about that. So technically, you won that one in a way. It just wasn't my answer, but it's okay.
Tribal chief.
It's okay. So enough of the games. Well, I guess for us, because there's another game going on in the world of professional wrestling, Sasha, and I know this is a very, very tough position that this person is in. But the games being played around his heart is kind of crazy. And of course, I am talking about Dom himself. Dominic Mysterio and the love triangle that Liv Morgan and her games is putting him in. I want to say it's a terrible position, but to me, I'm so jealous.
I'm about to say you don't believe that for a second.
Nah, I am so jealous, but I feel so bad for him because when mommy finds out and she comes back, she is killing some people.
She gonna manhandle him, but he might like that. So
yeah, he might, but Liv ain't. I can tell you that. I gotta get your thoughts on last Monday. You know what just happened this past Monday, and what do you think is the future based off of that?
I don't know. I mean, kudos to Dominic Mysterio. He's really playing his role very well because you would think, oh, he might turn on mommy, this and that. But then, I don't know, you do kind of feel bad for him. Like, man's kind of a victim. And, I guess from the male perspective, it won't be that bad. But Yeah, it's a lot of twists and turns, and I think it's interesting. I think finally, Liv Morgan is getting some character development, and she's getting to kind of stretch out a little bit and do more, because I always felt like she was always tied to somebody else, and I felt like her identity was wrapped up in who the person she was affiliated with. So I think this is the first time where she's really like, she's the one you want to watch, and everything's kind of hinged upon her at the moment. Because if she wasn't doing the kind of work she was doing, I don't think we would feel the way we feel about Dom in this position. Because you could tell, like, she's being manipulative. She's coming on to him. She's like, Rhea Ripley might come back, but that's fine. Like, it's gonna be worth it. So, you get that sense that she's playing with him, but then you're also like, she could not be playing with him. So it's a lot going on. I think this is what her character needed, and it's strong, and I think she's really doing good work now. I think once you kind of got past the Rhea having to leave, and the detour with Becky being champ, and now you're kind of off and running with the story, I think this is good Liv Morgan stuff right here. I mean, my boy Dom, stuck between a rock and a hard place, boy. He can't catch a break. And Finn Balor too. Like, I'm interested in where he's gonna play out with this. Like, because he seems to be the only one being like, not like, he seems to be the like aggressive one, not like physically aggressive towards Liv, but like really trying to put it out there, like, oh, this is wrong, you need to leave him alone, da 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 da. Whereas Damien's kind of like, you handling this, you good? Like, he's not really putting all of that into it like that. So it's interesting.
I agree with you with that. I think it's there's a first time, I feel like, I don't know if it's ever, but it's definitely one of the first times we actually get to see Liv step out of her shell, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, and you get to see some more dynamic character work from her, and the crowd's loving it. And it's probably the most, dare I say, the best story going on in WWE right now. I mean, it's at least in the top two or top three, I would say, in storylines going on that they have. So, I mean, that's great for her career, something that she desperately needed, because I feel like she was at a point where she was going to get lost in that shuffle where she's not a main eventer, but she's also not a mid-carder. She's just like right in that in between level. Yeah,
she needed this.
Right. And this can definitely help her get to that top tier level. So, especially with Becky, gone, I guess you can say, this is the perfect spot for her. So I really love what they're doing. And as far as the future of it, I mean, I like the fact that Judgment Day ended the show on top. Like, they've been catching L's like every week. And this week, Finn got a win. They destroyed Braun Strowman. Your boy destroyed Drew McIntyre. You had Liv come out and defend them, and it was everyone. Even Carlito had a positive. Like, I'm liking that they're building this faction up, something that they definitely needed to, because they were also turning into, I wouldn't say a joke, but one thing I told you is that I feel like they need to add someone or add some people to the group, so they won't be looked at as a joke, like a Dijak or something like that. And if they can toughen up on their own without it, then I'm great. But I wouldn't be mad at more people also. So
I think in the next couple of weeks, this is going to be a crucial point for Judgment Day, because you have Damien defending the title at Clash at the Castle. You have this whole thing with Dom and Liv. It's and Finn, like, he's like I said, one thing I really appreciate about this era is that there's a lot of subtleties that if you really watch closely, you can kind of catch little things. Like I think I said last week, Damien was talking. He was talking to Dominic about Liv, but he was looking at Finn. And like I said, Finn is coming off more interested than anybody else in the group about this whole Liv and Dom thing. Almost to the point where you're looking at it to where it's like he's trying a little too hard. Like he's resisting more than the person involved, which is Dom, and the person who is essentially Rhea Ripley's like best friend, which is Damien.
Okay.
So I think those little things, and like you said, we saw Liv and Finn get out of the same car. So I don't know. I think this is going to be a crucial point. We don't know how. I think one of the biggest things is like we really don't know how this main event in Clash of the Castle is going to go. I still think that Drew needs to win, but you never know where they're going to take this. And I think this is a huge thing for Damien too. It's like, is he going to lead champ? Is he not? Is Finn going to do something? It's. I think this is a big step for Judgment Day. They had a bit of a lull, and I think too it is because of, you know, Rhea leaving and then them losing the tag team titles. You know, Dom was hurt. Damien was just settling in, trying to be champion. So I think, like you said, now they're starting to pick up steam a little bit after kind of being on the low for a couple of weeks. So I think it's important.
Well, you mentioned, and let's go ahead and jump into some of the announced matches for Clash of the Castle. We got Damian Priest defending his title, the World Heavyweight Championship, against Drew McIntyre. We got Bayley defending her WWE Women's Championship against Piper Niven. And then we got Sami Zayn defending his Intercontinental Championship against Chad Gable. So, speaking of Chad Gable, find it very interesting, according to Fightful, I believe it is. I believe it was Sean Sapp that did report this. Chad Gable's contract is apparently already expired or is about to expire, but yet they put him in the championship match after his expired date. So I'm not sure about, you know, how true. I think he already signed, but what are your thoughts on that? And do you think is this the time to give Chad the title?
I would think so. Or if this is okay. This is like the hard part, because like I said, this would be an interesting moment. But then where does that play out in the grand scheme of things? Because there's always that rumor that the Creed brothers are going to be with him, which I cannot wait for. Like,
yes, I agree. I've been waiting for weeks.
And then you still have that, you know, the whole thing of Otis finally defending himself, because man, they're going to explode when Otis finally goes off on Chad. They've done that so well. So I have to give kudos to that. Man, I'm not sure if Clash at the Castle is going to be the point for Chad Gable, but I wouldn't be mad. I think he is going to be Intercontinental Champion. Like, I think it's going to just be, are you going to pull the trigger at Clash, or are you going to wait till what's next? Money in the Bank is after the SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My thing about it, though, is if you don't do it now, that's technically his third match fighting for it, because he fought Sammy 1-on-1 on the Raw, right? And I think they had the triple threat.
Yeah, not to mention,
and that's not
get it with Gunther too.
Yeah, the matches with Gunther. So it's like, all right, so now we're at like maybe 4 or 5. This would be like the 5th match. All right. It's like, all right, now you kind of got to, I feel like. It's also, you know, I mentioned how the how Liv is in the top 3 storylines right now. This is up there too. I think that whole Otis thing and the whole, he's doing excellent work. Otis and Chad and even Maxine and Tozawa, like they're all doing their part. I really love it. I am ready for the Otis turn.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I'm more excited for, the Creed brothers to join him because I feel like that's what they need. Also, you remember I was hyped for the Creed brothers. I love their work, and they haven't really been doing anything. They've actually been losing. So, a lot of times when they do like a full 180, you lose a lot, and then you get that big push somehow. I don't know. It's just something WWE always seems to do. I feel like this could be what they need. This could be what Chad needs, and hopefully he did sign because I think him as Intercontinental Champion would be a great thing for him. I don't know what it would lead for Otis though, because I don't know Otis's potential. I really don't. I feel like he's always been. I feel like he's in that like comedy or truth range where you could give him a singles title here and there, like a mid card or something. But I don't see it as a. It's not like he's a future main eventer or anything like that. So I'm not sure on that aspect as far as how high he can go. But at least that crowd reaction is going to be awesome.
Yeah, I can see that. I think now that you kind of put it in perspective, I would think this would be the time to, had Chad Gable just go over and be that terrible, because like I said, he's done good work, and I don't like to get into contracts because I think it's weird, but I don't see why he wouldn't resign. It's like you have a very hot storyline going on. This is certainly not Shorty G era stuff we're dealing with here. Like he's a major player now, and you have a potential to put the Creed brothers with him. Like it's good.
Yeah, but you also got to think. The money that's being thrown at people today, especially with AEW around, it's kind of hard to.
I get the money, but
hey, it's like this. I work less. Even though the WWE schedule is nowhere near, actually they don't really work that much anymore. Mm-hmm. But I'm getting paid X amount. Most of the time, I'm not going to even be used. Just look at Rusev over there and all these other wrestlers that are not even used. So I'm getting paid all this money, not being used. I'm not wasting my body, and shit. Offer me a contract, I'd do it.
But I would think if you were really in this for the love of the sport,
that
would gnaw at you. Like you'd want to be.
You would, but hey, if I'm gonna get paid, I can still do indie stuff.
But then you have an opportunity for a lot of like mainstream.
I agree.
Deals like
I agree.
I think I saw an interview where like Sami Zayn said he's being represented by like an agent now. Like as far as like
there are a lot of them are.
So and especially with the work Chad Gable's doing, like why not?
Nah, I understand that logic too. But you also got to think too. I think he is. I don't know how old he is, but he's up there in age. He's not young. I think he's like in his like mid 30s, which it's still wrestling prime. Don't get me wrong, but hey, get to stay home with his family. I don't know his family situation and stuff like that. I think he has kids. He does have kids. He has a young girl. So, you may want to spend more time with the daughter. And like I said, you don't have to wrestle ever because it's not like Tony's gonna use you. Ask Ricky Starks. But yeah.
Don't do Chad Gable like that. Chad's not gonna go nowhere.
I hope he stays, but at the same time, I know Tony's throwing out $10 million contracts a year. If he offered me $10 million, I'd go over there too. I'm just saying.
I guess.
Hey, WWE's offering me $1 million and they're offering me 10. Yeah, I don't care. There's no amount of mainstream media that's gonna make me 10 million a year. So, yeah.
Ask Jay Cargill, but I digress.
Well, yeah. She was trying to do movies, so that's different. Chad ain't gonna be in no movie. Maybe that's the Leprechaun in the Hood or something. I don't know. But anyway.
Leprechaun. Let's move on.
All right. So, speaking of pay-per-views. All right. So you mentioned also Money in the Bank, which is perfect because I want to talk about Money in the Bank. We had 2 superstars announce that they want to be the Mr. and Mrs. Money in the Bank. Of course, I'm talking about Mr. Jey Uso, main event Jey Uso, said that he wants to win Money in the Bank. Then we have Lyra Valkyria say she wants to be Miss Money in the Bank, which I think those are 2. I mean, those are probably. Well, we discussed the women's one last week, I believe. I don't think we talked about the men's side though.
Yeah.
So, who do you think should be in the Money in the Bank match, or who's some names you think should be in there? And then, do you have any thoughts on a potential winner?
I do think Jey Uso needs to be in it. That's a good question. Like I said, definitely Jay. I'm trying to think. I don't know why all of a sudden I'm blanking on people. Jay needs to be in there. I feel like LA Knight's gonna start maybe going for. Did he already go for the US title, or am I like imagining things?
No, he's never official. He said he was going to win a title, but he never. He wasn't a part of the tournament for it or something. I can't remember. I remember the promo though because I was there. I was actually
okay. So yeah, I don't think I would put him in it, to be honest with you. If he's not gonna win, like you really can't keep putting him in these situations where it's like he's not gonna win. Let's see. Okay, so Jay could be in there. Carmelo Hayes could be in there.
Yeah.
Andrade. Who else? I don't know if you want to put Braun Breaker in there. That's 4.
I was thinking Braun. I was thinking Braun. I was thinking Ilya.
Yeah, Ilya. So 5. Trying to think who else could be in here.
Let's see.
You want that big man component? Maybe Bronson Reed, if you want that big guy in there. I'm not sure. They always for some kind of. He has like the Shelton Benjamin effects. Like you need him in there for something cool.
I'm sad about Ricochet. I heard some news about him, and hopefully it ain't true, but apparently his contract ends this summer too. God, I hope he doesn't leave. That would be tough. We better offer a $200 million contract to Samantha then. That's all I gotta say.
Well,
you can't let her go. Sorry.
No, I don't think she's gonna go anywhere. But yeah, that's who I would think. Now, who should win? I mean, again, I feel like we're gonna have this conversation like every time until it happens. It's like, is this gonna be the time where they pull the trigger on Jey Uso? Is he getting to LA Knight territory where it's like he's super, super popular, but he's not winning those big matches?
I have a question about Jey for you.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm trying to say what's the best way to word this. Is it his entrance or is it him that is over?
I mean,
because I sat down and I started thinking about it. Because I was thinking about Money in the Bank. In fact, it was actually during the promo I was starting to think about this. Him winning Money in the Bank would be really cool. I would like it. But then, I don't know, there was something he doesn't win the big matches. But it's not like his style. I don't know. I feel like he's missing something where even though he's a main event person. Like you could put him in the main event. He can't be like the main person on your roster. I feel like there's something missing for him to get to that level. I can't put my finger on it. So then I thought about it. I was like, okay, is it his entrance that everyone loves? Obviously, everyone loves his entrance. It's epic. Or is it him?
I mean, personally, I do like Jey Uso. Like, his entrance is cool and everything, and I think it does bring the crowd up. I'm gonna say both. I don't, because it's like the entrance, yeah, it's really cool. Like, he does bring the crowd up, but then they do seem to stay with him, and he has something about him. I think it's just, I think he just needs to have, I think he needs to have a big win. I think he needs to have a good feud that's kind of outside of the bloodline. And I feel like for a while, when he first came to Raw and you had people like Drew McIntyre and then not necessarily trusting him, and Judgment Day trying to recruit him, I think that was a step in the right direction. I feel like right now, they don't really have a direction for him. He's just kind of in a weird holding period. And because he is so popular, I think that they're kind of getting by a little bit on that, but they have to do something soon. Because I think if it was just the entrance, I don't think it would last as long as it did. I think they just have to do something with him. And until they have like a direction for him, I don't know. I don't think it's just the entrance though. I think it's him. He has something. But he needs a direction, and he's gonna need one quick. Yeah. Or again, he's gonna be in the LA Knight thing where it's like, it's cool, everybody's behind him, but you don't really have a direction for him.
I think you hit it. Like, I think you hit the nail on the head with that, because with him, maybe it's because of the lack of a feud. I'm looking at, I'm thinking about the Raw roster right now. I'm like, okay, you got Sammy, he's a face, and he's the Intercontinental Champion. So you obviously don't want to do face-face, okay? Yeah. You got him feuding with Chad, and then you got like Bronson Reed there. But Bronson Reed is not on Jay's level, so it wouldn't be even. I'm trying to think. Chad is getting there, but Chad is not. He's feuding with Sammy, so they're taken care of. Damien's a heel, but he's technically feuding with Drew, who's also a heel. Yeah. So it's like that's 2 spots right there. Those are the Damien in the Judgment Day, Drew McIntyre, and Gunther are the top 3 heels. Well, you can't have Jay feud with Gunther because there's nothing really to. You're not gonna have Gunther lose to Jay because Gunther's got to be dominant all the way until SummerSlam, right? So you can't put Jay with him because of that. You got the other 2 heels facing each other, and we've already seen Jay versus them already. So you don't want that. So they don't have another heel to actually put him in. The only good thing about Jay right now is that they did have the King of the Ring. They do have Money in the Bank qualifying matches and stuff like that you could put him in a holding pattern. And that can, stall it a little bit because at least he's fighting for a spot in something. Yeah. But he doesn't have that person to actually feud with. And unfortunately, too, what also sucks for him is he's in another holding pattern because of the fact that the Bloodline story is still there for him to join back in. Because it doesn't happen.
I want to see the bloodline, the original and the new one, but I don't know. Like, I'm just not. It depends on how they do it. But honestly, at this very moment, I really don't want him to get back with Jimmy.
Oh
Not
yeah,
yet.
not right now. It's too
Yeah,
soon.
like,
No,
yeah.
I
I'm
know
not
that.
saying like, but still, like, I want him. I want him to stand on his own longer. Like, I want him to get that big win and get a title. Not necessarily the world title, but like I said, even though you said face and face might be a little bit, I still would not mind seeing him and Sammy just because of the history and the weight of what they have together. Even if Sammy loses the Intercontinental title and he's in Money in the Bank, and they kind of have a side story like, you're my guy, you're my oos, whatever, but this is my time, this is my moment.
Yeah.
And even if they have that going, like, I don't care who's the heel in that. I'm going to be invested because I know Sammy and Jade together, and I would want to see that. I don't know. I think he just needs to have that big program. And you ran off a list of people, and it's like, man, who he can't be with, but...
Well, this is how I feel. If anything, this is what they should do. They should have Chad win, and I think Jay should be Chad at SummerSlam. That's what I would do.
I'm not mad at that. I would give him a relatively short reign, but that's okay.
No, that's fine. He got his win. I think he gets it, somehow figures it out, wins it at SummerSlam. And then, you continue the feud with that, with the Creed brothers and all that. Maybe that leads to Jimmy coming back, just later down the road. I mean, because I don't know I don't think Jimmy's hurt. I don't think. So they're holding him off for something. Obviously, it's the bloodline story, but I mean, does Jimmy have the Roman Reigns contract where he gets to,
I don't know.
I mean, so I don't know. But anyway, that's what I would do. As far as Money in the Bank, if I had to pick a winner right now, I'm going with Ilya Dragunov. I think he's the one that's going to win Money in the Bank. And that will set up WrestleMania, and he's going to cash in. He's not going to cash in regularly where it's a surprise. I think he's going to cash in straight up. I'm going to face you at WrestleMania, and we're going to get Gunther versus Ilya. That's what that's what I'm aiming for right now. Because I don't know how long Steph's out. So because I don't know how long he's out, I'm playing Ilya in that spot for Mania next week. So let's see, and then that's another thing with Steph out. Yeah, I also delayed some stuff, but it's okay. It's okay. What is your prediction right now? If you had to pick someone right now.
I'll just say Jay for now. I'll just say Jay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll be safe. Like, I'll just pick him for now. I think things are going to pick up after Clash, though, because then you have a couple weeks till Money in the Bank, and then you got SummerSlam. So I don't know, maybe Jay. It'd be interesting though to see him have it. Because everybody else is relatively new, like Carmelo. I don't know if he's there yet. Who else? Braun's a psycho. He's a menace.
He's just destroying everybody.
Menace.
I love it. I love the match we're gonna get next week. We're already getting Braun and Ilya. Oh my god, that's gonna be a great match. Just give them time. That's all I want. Give them 15 minutes. Just let them go, and just let it go to disqualification. I don't want a winner. So this in a bigger stage. That would be great. But I'm trying to think too, like you got two future stars, two people that can carry the Raw brand to the future. You mentioned Mello, who could carry SmackDown to the future. I know Mello just fucked up on a storyline, not story, on a promo with LA Knight, but I think I do like that dynamic with you. You're gonna have LA and Carmelo look like they're gonna feud, and that would help push Mello. At the same time, it gives LA someone credible to work with until LA is able to move on to Logan Paul at SummerSlam, which is what I'm predicting that's gonna be. And maybe that's where LA can get his first big win or first title. I think that would be really great. But as far as Ilya and Braun, yeah, just give me 15 minutes. That's all I want. And then, like I said, and then no DQ.
Well, we'll see.
I mean, and in the DQ, not in the no DQ. And it in the DQ. So
Okay. So yeah, nobody will take. I got it. Cool.
All right. So what else? Oh, so this is what we're going to talk about too. So we got a big weekend coming up.
We do.
We talked about Clash, which is in 2 weeks. Money in the Bank, that's like a month. But we got to talk about what's going on right now. And that's this Sunday. WWE NXT Battleground. I said Battleground in Las Vegas, UFC Apex Center, which I'm still shocked that they're doing it there because it's a very small place. There's not that many fans. I think it might be. I don't even know if it's bigger than the NXT home location. I could be wrong, but yeah, I'm still shocked. But it's still a collaboration with UFC, which is still a big deal. Obviously, under the umbrella of TKO. We got 6 matches. So let's see what we got here. We got the tag team champions tag team championship match on the line with Nathan Frazier and Axiom versus the OC. We got Shayna Baszler versus Lola Vice in an NXT Underground match. That's definitely one of my must-see matches. We got Oba Femi defending the NXT North American Championship against Wesley and Joe Coffey in a triple threat match. We have the Prodigy Roxanne Perez versus Jordan Grace, the TNA Knockouts champion. We got the ladder match for the inaugural NXT Women's North American Championship with the participants being Sol Ruka, Lash Legend, Fallon Henley, Jada Parker, Michin, and Kelani Jordan. And then we have, I believe it's probably going to be the main event. Yeah, it probably is. The NXT Championship match. We have Trick Williams, Whip That Trick himself, versus All Ego Ethan Page in his first NXT match. And he's going for the title.
Don't think I didn't catch the excitement in your voice when you said Jada Parker. Just putting that out there.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about the 6 women in this match. Well, actually 5 of them, because I guess we can talk about 6, but we're gonna talk about that match. I want to get your opinions real quick for the first 4 matches. I want to get your thoughts and opinions on this. Nathan Frazier in the tag team titles. Do you have any thoughts on that match and who you got winning that?
I think it'll be a good match. I'm interested to see. I don't know. I want something. The OC. I think I'm kind of weirdly pulling for the OC in a way. Like, I feel like all those years I kept hearing about how they were this amazing tag team, and I just don't feel like they've gotten the shine that I think that they came in with from New Japan and everything. But I just want to see the match. Like I said, I think I'm kind of pulling for the OC though, just to kind of see what they can do as tag team champions. And again, I think as a whole, I think the WWE really needs to continue to work on rebuilding that tag team division across all 3 brands. So
yeah, I agree with you. I think the OC needs to win. I think the only way to build this tag team division is to have a team like the OC with the titles.
Yeah.
They're a team with obviously a glorified background. You mentioned the New Japan stuff. They've also worked in TNA, so if their NXT is going to be working with TNA, I mean, what a great spot. You'll have the OC there. Also, I like the fact that it seems that they're back on page with AJ Styles. So, if they are going to do a WWE TNA collaboration and make it, where WWE people go over there, I mean, I would love to see the club go over there. I think that would be crazy to see, on AJ's last run, he returns home in a way. So,
yeah,
I think that would be great. So, yeah, I'm going to go with the OC as well to win that. All right, so let's go to the next match. NXT North American Championship. Obafemi, Wesley, Joe Coffey, triple threat match. I'm excited for this. I think this is a match for Obafemi to win again.
Yeah,
he seems to be he just seems to be just a dominant force. I just can't wait for them to give me Femi and Wesley one-on-one.
Yeah, I think this is a gateway to that. I think Joe Coffey's just there to take the pin, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree with that. I love what Obafemi's been doing. I'm a big fan of Wesley. I like Joe Coffey too and Gallus, but the match I want is Femi and Lee. So I'll take that. Femi retains the title. What do you think?
I agree. I think Obo retains, and again, this is just a gateway to him and Wesley, which is something I really want to see. So.
All right, so now let's go to the next one. Shayna Baszler and Lola Rice in the NXT Underground match. This is the second women's NXT Underground match, I believe.
I believe so. Because I think Lola and Natty had the first one, right?
Right. Yeah, that's right. So Lola will be 2-0 in my opinion. So Lola definitely is going to win this. I mean, I know they're both MMA fighters. Shayna used to be in the UFC, so she technically has home field advantage. Lola wasn't in UFC, but she, I believe, is 2-1 in her career, or 3-1. I can't remember the exact record in her MMA career, but she can fight. She's a badass. She's sexy as hell. Lola Vice gets this dub. It's not even close. She's gonna whoop that ass. And yeah, Lola Vice. What do you think?
I can't say that I agree. I think it would be kind of weird. You bring Shayna Baszler back on UFC territory and then have her lose, especially given the fact that essentially, like, Lola beat Natty thanks to Shayna. Like, because wasn't she choking Carmen out, and that distracted Natty, and that's how Lola. That
doesn't matter.
I'm gonna go with Shayna on this.
Of course you would. You would go against me. It's okay. Lola's gonna dominate. It's gonna be a quick, easy 1, 2, 3 knockout.
And like, quite frankly, just for Shayna's sake, if a woman beat me down or something and they started twerking above my prone body, that's it. It'd be lights out. That's it.
Look, you just put that image in my head. Now that better happen.
You can't let nope.
That better happen now.
You can't let somebody twerk over your prone body on the floor. Oh hell no. Shayna
Speaking of twerking, I forgot that this pay-per-view PLE is going to be hosted by Sexy Red. So I forgot to mention that as well. So
yep,
we will see.
Who did well on her first foray into NXT. So
I think
once you got that initial
match, now we need to see her in a match. That's
but I think once we got past that initial, like, okay, good, like we did get kicked off TV. I think we'll be okay now. Like, I think we got it.
Well, hey, now we're on PLE, so she can do what she wants now.
No.
She can get away with it. So we good. All right, let's go on to the next one. Let's get to Roxanne Perez defending the NXT Women's Championship against TNA Knockouts champion Jordan Grace. I'm interested to what you're going to say, so I will let you have the floor.
So if I'm gonna keep it short. At first, I thought, oh, this would be an interesting challenge for Roxanne, Jordan Grace. But I've been listening to a lot of Busted Open Radio, and they've been making a lot of good points about if Jordan were to win, and then where they could possibly be going with this NXT TNA crossover. So I'm not really against Jordan Grace winning. Where would that put Roxanne? That's a good question, because she has been doing good work. This is a tough one. I could see it from both sides. And then I don't know where what's her name, Julia? I don't know where she is as far as when she's gonna come. So
rumor has it she should be at the next NXT show. She just had surgery, but they're hoping she should be ready by the next NXT show, which is Heat Wave, which I believe is like July, mid-July. Let's just say that.
So do we need a definitive winner on this one then? Because then do you really want Roxanne to lose?
So I love Roxanne just as much
Jordan.
as I love Bella. I'm a huge fan of Roxanne Perez. That's my baby, but she got to drop it. It's going to be a short run, I know. But I have to think of the future. I need Roxy to jump to the main roster. That's one thing. I don't know. I doubt they do it, but I truly believe she should go main roster. But I think Jordan Grace needs to win and have both titles. I think it would be great, not only for TNA and WWE, but just for professional wrestling in general. Because it would be like a shock to the world. It would be something that, I mean, it's history making. Basically, it's never been done before. At least that I remember. I don't think it's ever been done. Maybe not till like the early years of WWE, but like an outside person winning a title in WWE, and they're not under contract, like officially under contract. Like, that's crazy. So I
don't know. I could see it. I'll go Jordan Grace.
That's what I do too. And plus, like I said, Jordan Grace and Julia. Oh my god! You give me that on an NXT show? I mean, Jada Parker said it. This ain't black and gold no more. But yo, it's that level. And what's even funnier is Jordan Grace. She gifted Shawn Michaels a chef hat.
He's been cooking. Indeed.
He's been cooking. So, yo, give me that. I hate it for the Prodigy. But you know what? She's the only 2-time NXT Women's Champion, I believe. I think that's still I think she said that. I could be wrong. I can't remember if someone else did it.
I feel like hasn't Shayna been 2-time?
Maybe Shayna. I don't know. I think Roxy said she was the first,
no,
but I don't know.
She's a 2-time. Yeah,
she is a 2-time. Okay, so then I don't know what Prodigy was talking about, but still, it's still maybe in the 2.0 era. I guess she was talking about. But either way, I think she got her run. She didn't get to. She lost her title the first time due to outside stuff. It wasn't anything to do with her losing in the ring. Now she can actually lose in the ring. So, she kind of got that back. So she has closure now. Jordan Grace, give her the title. Let's make some noise heading into the summer with WWE and NXT and TNA. Let's go ahead and just let's go all in with it. So, yeah.
Fair enough.
All right, so now let's get into Let's get into the main title match because I want to save the ladder match for last because I feel like that's going to be a longer discussion. Because I have some questions for you on that one. So Trick Williams versus Ethan Page, NXT Championship. As I mentioned, this is Ethan Page's first match, and it's for the NXT title. So I'm kind of wondering if they're going to pull that trigger.
I don't see it happening twice. I don't think he wins. I don't think because there's I don't see. I think this is an easy one. I see Trick winning. I do think it's going to be a good showing for Ethan Page, and I think this is also going to be a good test for Trick Williams as far as being champ. But I mean, he essentially just attacked him last week, and he got a title shot, and then just out of nowhere he was a champion. I don't think they're going to pull it twice, having both titles change on the same night like that. Maybe this won't be the only match they have. I don't know. It depends on how good the match they have on Saturdays. Or is it Saturday or is it Sunday?
It's going to be on Sunday.
Okay. I don't see Ethan Page winning. I'm going to go with Trick.
Okay. I don't know. Something's telling me Ethan's going to somehow win this. I think if it was me, I have Trick win, but something's telling me say Ethan. But I'll say Trick Williams also pulls it out. It'll be a first big challenge for Trick, defending this title against a veteran like Ethan Page who can wrestle his ass off. He's really good. Had a good run in TNA, so it's actually kind of cool that he's working with NXT because you have that background with TNA, and as we mentioned, that could be a big story going into the summer. So yeah, I'm going with Trick Williams on this. It'd be a good match. I could see something happening probably to end the show. I don't know if maybe Ethan attacks him after or something like that. Trick barely wins. I'm going to say that. I think that's what I'll go with. All right, so for the last match, the ladder match for the inaugural NXT Women's North American Championship, as I mentioned before, is Sol Ruka, Lash Legend, Fallon Henley, Jada Parker, Michin, and Kalani Jordan. So, Sasha, before you pick a winner, I have a question about this. I actually thought about this earlier today, and I just wanted to get your opinion. So, this is kind of to piggyback off of our conversation on our last episode about the future women's division, how the NXT women's division has been so great. And I want to know from you, looking at these names, and you're familiar with all of them, correct?
Yes.
Okay. What are the potentials of the women in this match? Like, what do you see their ceiling being?
Okay.
So let's start with Sol Ruka.
All right. So as far as Sol Ruka, I think she's definitely a talented athlete. Like, that girl can do crazy things, athletically. But still, you don't really know too much about Sol Ruka. Like, I think right now her thing is she can do cool things. She's like a cool chick, she has a kind of surfer girl thing, but you really don't know too much about her after, beyond that. And I think she has the Shelton Benjamin Ricochet spot in this match. She's going to do something cool, something memorable, no doubt, but I definitely think she's the kind of person where they would definitely kind of dig more into who she is and kind of flesh that character out for you to really see how she's gonna go. Because like I said, talent, athletically, crazy. But other than that, I don't really know too much about Sol Ruka after that.
Okay. So as far as what's her ceiling then? Like, so you're saying Ricochet that level?
If they don't tap into her character.
Do you see her as a main event level type of person?
If they don't flesh her character out, I don't see it. I think, like I said, I think we're in an era where you have a lot of veterans saying like this era of wrestler are crazy athletic. Everybody can do, insane things. What do you do to level up and step up from that? And if they don't do that with her, I don't really see her being a main event level player. You got to kind of step up. Because like I said, if you look at somebody like a Bianca Belair, she's crazy talented athletically, but she also stands out. She's also had some interesting character arcs. Like she's athletic, but she's on another level. She stepped up to the next level. I think Sol Ruka has to step out and, differentiate herself from everybody else outside of the girl that can do cool things. Okay. But if she doesn't do that, then I don't know how far she can go.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So the only thing I have against Sol Ruka, I agree with your athleticism part, where she does a lot of like her move set is kind of where she shines. But I think that if you watch the promo that they did where they were all in the ring, she kind of like, out of all the women in that ring, she had like she was the least charismatic person. Mm-hmm. And she's gotta let loose. You're a surfer, right? So let loose, just like you would on a board. Let that personality come out. She's got to work on that. But I think that Sol Ruka really has I think she could be, honestly, man, I think she could be the face of your women's division.
She seems like a cool chick. Like she seems like she would have. She looks like she could have kind of like that Lita aura in a way, in the sense that Lita really didn't have to say anything. She didn't say anything for a very long time, if you think about it. But she had that kind of cool chick era, and she kind of leaned into that aura. Mm-hmm. And she did do, and like I said, I love Lita. Lita wasn't the best wrestler, like bell to bell, but she had an aura, and she was able to lean into it, and that brought her to the next level. I think Sol Ruka is much more talented athletically than Lita, but she just hasn't leaned into who she is. So like you said, out of all of the ladies, she might have been the least charismatic on the mic. I think she just has to find that groove. But I agree with you. If she's able to find it, she could very well be your face. She seems like just a cool chick that the crowd could get behind. But if she doesn't, she'll just be that girl that does the cool moves. So I agree. I definitely agree.
That Soul Snatcher finisher is dope as hell too. I love that.
Would you say that could be the same thing for Kalani Jordan? Kalani Jordan, I feel like she's in that same category too, where people are like, oh, she has something, but she's not really tapped into what that is either. And I would say the same thing. So, believe it or not, the role that you took with Sol Ruka was the role I was going to take with Kalani. I didn't think of Sol Ruka as like that Ricochet part. I thought it would be Kalani. Like Kalani is that person for me in this match. I always think of Ruka. I mean, I hate to put this on her because there's a lot of pressure, but I mean, I see Charlotte in Sol Ruka. She's not as technically sound as Charlotte, obviously, but as far as what she can do, it's hard for me to really go against that. Right, if she's able to put all the pieces together, I see where you're going with it. But but even so with Kalani, I think unlike Sol, she doesn't have that flashy moveset that Soul has. So I think she might even be a little harder. I think if I compare the two, I would say Soul's a little higher because at least she has that crazy athlete. Not to say that Kalani isn't, but if I were to just quickly glance at the two of them, I would want to look at Soul. Like, she would kind of catch my attention a little bit more than Kalani, in a sense. Like, Kalani still feels like she's got something, but she still is kind of trying to figure it out, which is fine. That's where they are.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
And
the fact that go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say too that just bringing that up, like looking at her, Soul Rook is also tall as hell. Like, so she has like that stature, but at the same time she can do all these moves that are crazy. So it's like it's a great combination.
Yeah, she's more striking just initially. Like, they talk about the airport test for wrestlers. If you see Kalani, like, both beautiful girls, it's just that who's your eye gonna probably catch more? It'll probably be Soul just on glance,
Yeah.
And if you look at the summit they had, wrestling, as much as athleticism is a huge part of it, you got to have the personality, and those two I feel like kind of got swallowed up a little bit in it.
You know what though? I would say this though, Kalani, I thought she held her own. I was actually impressed by Kalani in that. I was really impressed.
But I mean, compared to...
No, I mean, she's not on the level of Jada and Michin, but I mean, she was impressive. I'll be honest, I think that's the first time I ever heard her speak.
Yeah.
Like,
so let's look at the other side of the coin then. Athletically, Soul Ruka and Kalani Jordan. Then you have, let's say, a Jada Parker. Jada she's got attitude and personality in spades. Like, she doesn't sound like somebody who's playing a role. Like, she sounds like she really talk to you like that. And while I don't think she hasn't been wrestling long, I don't think at all.
No, she hasn't.
I really can't remember too many things about her matches technically, but she has a personality on her, and she makes you want to watch her. So she kind of has the opposite of a Soul Ruka. Like, she might not have that athleticism, but she's something. She's something.
Yeah. She's athletic. She's not obviously like those two. Mm-hmm. She has presence in the ring, which is obviously from her. She's very charismatic. We know that. She has that attitude that's great. People are drawn to her, like you said. But when she has her matches too, like, her matches are impressive too. Every time I see her in the ring, she gets better and better. And like, her moveset is still simple, but I do like that she does have some signature moves that no one does. Mm-hmm. So I love the fact when she puts them on the middle rope, she'll slap their stomach like mad hard. Mm-hmm. And then she'll jump off the rope and like just sit on them basically and hit that, like, kind of like what do you call it? Kind of like what Nia Jax does in a way. Mm-hmm. I love that because that's unique. I don't see anyone really doing that, And then she has she runs from the corner and hits you with her ass, kind of like the Umaga, the whole Samoan thing.
Yeah, the kind of hip check thing.
Yeah, the hip check thing. So like those are things that I like that she does. She added a move to her moveset that she did in this last match I never seen her do. She did that suplex, kind of like I don't remember the name of the move. I wish I knew the name of it, but great suplex. I love the fact that she's actually feuding with someone too. Like, she's always had little beefs with people, but I love the fact that they chose Michin to have it with her because I feel like Michin has that attitude as well. And by the way, there was a picture Meechin posted the other day.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh my god. I always liked Meechin, but damn, I'm in love with her now. But yeah, now Meechin, she has that attitude too. It's kind of weird. So her name, she's the HBIC. You know, it's crazy because feel like that's what Jada should be too. So
Yeah.
I could see them like battling over that title. Like that would be kind of cool. But yeah, I think Jada's future is brighter than the other two just because she can get better in the ring. We could fix that. But her personality and attitude, all that good stuff, it's already there, I feel like, on a level with the top people. Like, I can see her talking with the likes of a Becky and with the likes of a Charlotte and Bailey and Sasha and all of them. Like, I can see her on that level charismatically, but in the ring, we can work on that. She can always improve. I don't know how old she is. I'm guessing she's in her mid-20s. So she has plenty to learn. And like I said, she's getting better. So I think that works out perfectly for her. I can see her being one of the top heels for this company. You know, I don't know how long she wants to wrestle, but I feel like if she has major success with it, I could see her being up there with actually, you know who would be perfect with her? I could see her on the level with a Tiffany Stratton. I can see it. She's not Tiffany Stratton athletically, but I think her charisma is up there with Tiffany. And like I said, you can always, when Tiffany started, she wasn't what we see now.
Yeah.
So I think I can put her there. I think I'm happy with saying that.
Yep. All right. So who we have left? We have Fallon Henley.
Fallon Henley and Lash Legend.
Yep.
So
what do you think?
I'm curious about Lash Legend with you. Because I'll be honest, I am not a fan of Lash Legend. Like, I think she's definitely charismatic. I mean, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But I think it's over the top. Like, I think it's too extra. I don't know. But that's just me.
So I actually do like Lash Legend, and I get your point about her being extra, but I also think that maybe it'll kind of okay. So if Lash Legend were to win, because she's actually somebody I could see winning it, but I think the real test for her will be if she does win and go out on her own, how her character will be able to like transition. I think the extraness was needed, especially with her being in a group like Metaphor, because they're extremely extra, all of them.
Yeah, it does fit. It fits
It fits, but how her character can kind of transition if she were to go by herself, I think that would be a test for her to see. Because like I said, that worked within the confines of Metaphor. I do think she's definitely... It's not the Lash Legend that she was when she started, right? But then again, we haven't really seen her in the ring like too much, because she's been with Metaphor so long. Like, they've really just been, you know, doing a lot of, you know, segments and promos. I think the other day I went back and I watched the Deadline match that she had. And I think it's interesting that the style that she works, she kind of wrestles a kind of almost like big man style, in the fact that she does choke slam, because she's a bigger girl compared to the other girls. Like, as far as like, she's very tall. She used to be a basketball player. Like, she just like physically, she just looks bigger than the other girls, which I think is fine. I think that's always just a cool thing to have a woman like that kind of like in the Nia Jax, Raquel Rodriguez, even Rhea Ripley sort of things. Those bigger girls. Huh?
No, I was saying get well soon, Raquel. I
Yeah.
just thought you said it.
Yeah, I think, and then I don't know if they played it on NXT, but I saw a clip where she told Trick Williams that, what they had going on was fun, but they kind of had to stop it because now she's focused on becoming, the women's NXT North American champion. Yeah. And I thought that was a good thing that they did.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that could be, like we talked about, that step in the right direction, where now she's gotten that time to kind of show her character, but now it's time to kind of get more serious and say, okay, look, I got aspirations beside this, So I think this is going to be a big thing. Even if she doesn't win, I think this could be a necessary step in the right direction for Lash. And I think if she can find that sweet spot of being that over-the-top personality, but also kind of have it match up within the ring, I think she can do big things. I think she can be bigger than what she is now. She has that thing where it's like you just gotta kind of find that balance, and then she can go. So I think more reps in the ring, finding that balance. I think she has a pretty good ceiling. I think she has a pretty good ceiling. And then who was the other one? Fallon?
Yeah, Fallon Henley.
I don't really know that much about that. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sit up here and try to talk on my ass. Like, I really don't.
So she used to be with Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen.
Wasn't she the one where it was like
she basically forced Tiffany out of
to be like a ranch hand or something?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. I couldn't tell if she was like a farm girl or like a coyote ugly.
She's like a cowgirl, basically.
I couldn't tell what she was.
Yeah, she's a farmer's girl.
Okay.
And she just recently turned heel. She attacked Thea Hale, which I'm really upset. I'm not upset, but I'm disappointed that Thea Hale's not in this match. I'll just be honest with you. I mean, I know she's young.
She is very young.
But so is Roxanne. Roxanne's 22 and she's already 2-time champion. So I'm just saying, Thea Hale, I feel like should have been in this match. But anyway, it's okay. Fallon Henley, is, I think she's good in the ring. She's really good in the ring, and she's low key like really charismatic too. Like I like what she does. I don't know if her ceiling's high though. I think she could always be just like a really good person in the ring, and like she seems to me like someone that can be very dependable.
Yeah, I was doing some research. She's the second most experienced person in this match. Because Michin wrestling by a lot. I think by like 8 years is the difference between her and Michin. Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know okay, so she was wrestling before NXT?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I think it was 2017. I think she wrestled. Yeah, I think she wrestled before.
Oh, she was in Shimmer.
Yeah, she was in Shine, and then she was on AEW in 2020, and on an episode of Dark. She was on Dynamite, so she wrestled before, and she was in NXT. She wrestled Lacey Evans, so she's been at this a while. She's been since 2017. Okay. And I did not know that. Michin has been doing it since 2009. So that could be the other reason why she's in. Like she's very experienced.
Okay, well then, damn! Without knowing, I swear I didn't know any of that, people. Then I fit that right. I read her right. She's a very dependable wrestler. Mm-hmm. She could fill that role where if you need a face, you got a face. If you need a heel, she could be a heel. and now they're trying her as a heel. When she first started, she's been a face basically in NXT this whole time, until she just recently turned. So I think that is her ceiling. That's just basically the way I can say it. She's just there to make sure this match goes well.
Yeah, because the next person experience-wise is Lash Legend, and that's
and I don't think she's ever.
Yeah.
Has she even been in a ladder match? I don't think any of these women's been in a ladder match.
I don't think so. But as far as experience-wise, I think it was smart for them to do it the way they did, because everybody else is 3 years and under as far as being in the ring.
That's crazy.
So you got 2009, you got 15 years, you got 7 years, and you got 3 and under. So I guess that does make sense on why they would put her in the match.
I got a question about Michin real quick before we get into our picks for this match. Michin, what do you see in Michin? Is she just playing that veteran role for NXT? I know that was one of the people that you wished during the draft, when we were talking about the draft, that would go back to NXT to kind of build herself. Do you see her as the right person to do that? Not rebuild herself. That part I'm sure she can do, but I mean, as far as being the veteran presence in NXT to help the women get to the next level. I see the work she's doing with Jada, and I think that's great work. And it's looking good so far. In fact, I can't wait for them to have a singles match. Because that will definitely help Jada tremendously. But is she that person to really help these women grow? I guess that's the question I have for you. And is she a potential? Could she actually win this match too? So go ahead with that.
So as far as the veteran question, yeah, I think so. I think it's a twofold for her. I think she definitely does bring that veteran aspect into it. Because like I said, she's been doing this for a long time. But also, and I think the reason why I think I pull for Michin so much is because she's really funny. She has a really good personality. And I feel like she's one of those people where it's it doesn't come off on TV as well. She doesn't really get to talk very much, and but when she does get an opportunity, something as simple as slapping Jimmy Uso, we all remember that, right?
Yeah.
And even when she came to NXT the first time, she just had a kind of scrappy kind of thing going on with her. She wasn't. I know you said you saw her, that picture of her. She's obviously a very attractive woman, but she kind of had that that scrappy. She's wearing her Timbs, her sweatpants. She kind of looked a little rough around the edges, right? It was something a little different. So I was kind of curious where she could go if she was able to kind of get the opportunity, right? And it might have been a timing thing. She was coming up in the time where you had Rhea Ripley, you had your Bianca Belairs, some heavy hitters, people that went on to be, main roster talent, like Dakota Kai, Raquel, at the time, Raquel Gonzalez, not Raquel Rodriguez. Even her good-natured feud with Shelton Benjamin. She's a funny person. She's a funny personality. I don't know. I just want to root for her. I want to see what she can do. I'm not saying she's gonna be main event in WrestleMania or anything, but I think she's somebody who can help not only the roster, but I wouldn't even be mad if she won. I wouldn't be mad if she won. Because she's been doing this a long time. And getting that opportunity to kind of make a mark for herself. You know, when she came in, she had a couple of okay feuds, and then people kind of put together that she was with Keith Lee, and then it was like, you know, they would kind of be on TV sometime together, and then the whole Retribution thing happened, and that didn't really go too well. Then she got released, then she came back, and then she was with the OC, and that never really got too much off the ground. So now it's like this is her time, you know. So I think it's kind of a twofold. She's gonna help the newer talent kind of build the secondary role, the secondary title up, but she's also gonna get her time to shine and do things. So she's in a very unique position, and I'm happy for her. I'm really happy for her getting that opportunity.
Okay. All right. So we finally got to the point. Who are you picking, Sasha?
Ugh. Okay. To me, I think it's either gonna be Lash, Jada, or Michin. To be honest with you, Soul being like my fourth pick. I don't see Fallon Henley winning, and I don't see Kalani winning. So it's gonna be out of Lash, Jada, or Michin. I think Jada. It's a good start for her. I don't know if it's necessarily her time yet, though. Like, I think I want to see more out of her. So yeah, I wouldn't pick Jada. But you know what? I say all that was Soul too. Like, I wouldn't be mad if she won.
I think this is the one time, though, I will say, I don't think I wouldn't be mad at any of them winning. I really wouldn't. Because I could see a spot for all of them. I think Sol Ruka is the favorite. I think that's where she's the one that I feel like they're pushing to be the face of the women's division. Right? So I think she's the favorite. I think the one that has the longest shot to win is Fallon Henley.
Yeah.
I think Kalani Jordan is the sleeper. I think the right choice would be Jada. And not because of my bias for her. I think that Jada... Yeah, I'm being serious. I think Jada, to me, out of all of them, besides obviously Michin and Fallon, like from the four rookies, I guess you could say, to me, I think she's more ready than all of them. Just because she does have the personality and her wrestling is good. It's not great. It's not, I wouldn't say she could have a 5-star match tomorrow or anything like that. But I think she could put on good matches. Plus, every match I've seen her in has been good.
So you think if she won, then they would just have to have her matches kind of play to her strengths in order for that to go? Like,
I think if you go Jada, you have her first match set up already. Her and Michin, which is perfect. Yeah. That would be perfect. Because you're putting her already with a veteran. Look at it like this. Look at Lola. Lola started off slow, right? They had her on the I forgot the other show that they have.
Level Up.
And then they put her with a couple of people in NXT. And then what did they do? They gave her a veteran in Natty. And looked how great she looked against Natty. Right? Now, was that Natty helping her look great? Of course. But she did work too. Well, you can tell that she was doing stuff too. And now what are they doing? They're putting her up with another main roster person. It's Shayna. So like that's I can only imagine that it wouldn't surprise me. I don't think it will be, but it wouldn't surprise me. That's like one of the best matches of the night. Just because I've seen what she's done with Natty, who is a physical person, who, you know, so that rub with working with main roster people does help. So putting Jada with a Michin, although I don't think Michin's the greatest wrestler, like I think she's okay, but she's gonna sell and make Jada Parker look good. I can tell you that. That's one thing I give Michin credit for. She does help her opponent look good. I think that's something I think for me, I would probably say Jada should win. But the favorite by far is Soruka. She's going to be the face of their division.
I can see that. I'm not mad about it. I would go either Soul or I don't know. I gotta go Soul or Michin. I think it would be an interesting story. I'm not saying she has to have it for long. You know, maybe a couple of months to kind of start it off. And I understand people will be like, well, why did you have somebody from the main roster come and win the inaugural NXT? Fine. But
yeah, I can understand that.
But
argument.
then again, if she were to win,
right,
like we said, you have a ready-made match. She doesn't have to keep it long.
Mm-hmm.
Jada could come and get her link back, you know.
That's true. Because
So
whoever beats her is still good too, you know.
Yeah, I feel a good moment. It's like I came home, you know, I had some start. I think it's a good story. I had some stop and starts. I had to go back to where I started to kind of gain my confidence back, and this is a good thing. And then you have Jada Parker and Miss Attitude coming in saying, okay, well, you had your moment, but
it's my time. And
yeah,
that's what she does, right? That's her time thing.
Yeah.
That's her entrance. By the way, her entrance is deep and epic too. Like she has the character locked down.
Yeah,
that's
like pushing the camera away. And
yeah, like that whole thing, like her whole entrance, her whole vibe, her whole, like when she does that little shoulder thing, like the bop, like she has the whole, to me right now is the most ready because she has the whole picture. It's like all she has to do is just get better in the ring, but she's already good. Like she's good in the ring. She doesn't have bad parts. Like this is what proves this is why she should win. You remember the other day, the other match? I think we talked about it last episode or the episode before, where her extension fell off.
Yeah.
And then she just like threw it away and just continued. Like that right there tells me a lot. I know it sounds like, what? That's stupid. It tells me a lot because that says like something like that. You know how women love their hair. Black women for sure love their hair, right?
Indeed.
So her extensions literally fell out and she was like, nah, fuck that. I'm throwing this shit away. I'm still gonna beat this bitch's ass. And then had a good match, continued on. Like I respect that. That shows me love for the business. That shows me that she knows what she's doing. And nothing's gonna there's no situation that's gonna interrupt her grind. I think she's gonna win. I like the fact that she's one of my favorites too, because it's like I know how to pick them. Got her, Lola, and Roxanne. I know Roxanne, I picked her to lose, but she did her thing. She's gonna be a future face of the business of the WWE, that's for sure. So I think that's
a hard one.
It's gonna
be interesting. It's gonna be interesting.
It's definitely the most interesting match of this card for sure. Yes. Well, okay, wait, maybe second. It depends on how you feel about the Roxanne and Jordan Grace one. That's probably the number one. I forgot about the whole TNA aspect, but yeah, It's one of the top two. And I love the fact, we spoke about it last time with women. The women's division has just been dominating, and the fact that they have two of the most interesting matches on this card, they're gonna have the most interesting match on next card too, with Julia coming. So, it's gonna be crazy. We got a long couple months ahead of us, but it's gonna be good long months. We got Money in the Bank, Clash of the Castle, SummerSlam, Bash at the where is it? Bash in Berlin.
Yes.
We got all these good Heat Wave. We got so much good wrestling coming up. I can't wait. And not even speaking about AEW side, they got some good things. I can talk all day with them, but I'm not going to do that. I'll save it for another episode. But yeah, I can't wait for everything that's just about to pop off. Before we head out of here, Sasha, though, I got one last thing, one really quick thing. I ran across it earlier today, and luckily I was going through my pictures and I saw it again. Just quick thoughts on this. Mercedes Moné had an interview with The Ringer, and she said, and I quote, "I'm the greatest women's wrestler of all time, 100%. Period." What are your quick thoughts on that? I just wanted to hear what you had to say. I thought it was pretty interesting, especially since we were talking about the women and last episode and this episode.
100%, huh?
That's what she said. 100%.
I think she's up there. I think she's definitely near the. I said Tippy, Tippy. Don't try anything. She's definitely in the tippy top for sure. I don't know if I'd call her the greatest though. Like I don't know if I'd call her number one. But
when you say tippy top, is it top 10, top 5, top 3? Like what do you?
I would say at least top 5.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I would say at least top 5. Okay.
Okay.
But I don't know if she's number 1, but she's definitely top 5.
She would have been if she stayed in WWE, but that's just me.
No, I mean not even that. Like if she.
And she needed a long title run. She needed one good title run. She hasn't had any good title runs.
But you know what? Even if she can do really great things in AEW, I think that should be definitely included in her legacy if she wants to be known as number 1. And I think, I mean, personally, I would have gone back, but I respect what she's doing. I respect that she bet on herself, and she's this is a hard thing to do. Like she's going to AEW, which we've talked ad nauseum about their women's division and how it could be better. If she's going there with the intent of helping it improve, because it's easy to be one of the greats when you have the company backing the women's division. You know, they have a vision for the women. They're letting them do big things. They're taking the time. That's easy to do. But for you to go somewhere and essentially be like, okay, this can be way better, and we can build this, and we can do this, and I want to be the person to kind of spearhead and bring the eyes. I mean, I respect that. If she can do what I think she is aiming to do, that definitely should be part of her legacy. But I still wouldn't put her quite at number 1. She's definitely top 5. Okay. And I think she's still kind of relatively young. I think she's only 30, 31.
Yeah, something.
Still has some time.
Yeah.
Because I think she was younger. I think she was either the youngest out of the 4 horsewomen. But yeah, I could see if you were argued to say she's number 1. I would not be mad at you. I wouldn't put her as my number 1, but I also would not be mad at you because I know how you feel about her. So
I think she's the greatest in-ring performer, but not overall wrestler. Like just wrestling ability, I think she's the best.
I think if you were to you'd have to be more specific. Like in ring, she's great. Like she's She's crisp. She can go. Like, I really enjoy her matches. But as far as like
Overall, no.
yeah, like I think her weakness would be her talking. That would be her weakness.
I think her weakness is being a face talking. Because her as a heel talking, I think she's good. It's when she's being a face. That's I think her one weakness. And the fact, like I said, she's had the fuse, but she hasn't had a run with a title. She's always lost in her first match. Or her first defense. So that's the only thing. But other than that, I was just curious. For anyone wondering, her next match is at Forbidden Door 2. Forbidden Door 3. I'm sorry.
Against whom?
She is going to be defending her title in a winner-takes-all match for the AEW TBS Championship against Stephanie Vaquer, who is the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Women's champion. That's the title that she won. That's the title that she would have won, but she got hurt in the match against Willow. So they had Willow go over. They turned it. Mercedes turned it mid-match and said, "No, you have to win because I'm hurt." So I guess she'll just be a double champion. So because she ain't losing. So
okay.
Yeah. So all right. That's the final thing I had to talk about. But yeah, another good episode of Ring Champ. Sasha, you got any last words for the people before we head out of here?
Nope. We are good to go. Have fun watching Battleground. Looking forward to Clash at the Castle. It's getting to be the second greatest time of the year. We already had Mania, but now we have Money in the Bank coming up. Well, a lot coming up.
Yeah, Money in the Bank, SummerSlam, Ashton Burley, all these good things coming up. So a lot of great wrestling coming. I can't wait for Sunday Battleground, like we mentioned. Also the Xbox. I'm a huge gamer, so we got the Xbox press conference. I'm so hyped for that. Sunday's gonna be a great day. I think NBA Finals Game 2 is that day too, so it's gonna be great night. Great night. Shout out to Jason Tatum and the Celtics, by the way, for winning Game 1. Well, anyway, people, just remember you can listen to us on all podcasting streaming sites. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on that place called YouTube as well. So please check us out. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Do appreciate it. I'm your boy, Just Fino. She is Sasha, the legit king. And this is Ring Chat. So we are out of here. Have a good night. Peace.
Adios.